Hi guys, NCWQ here, and we're just looking at Google Earth, but I'm not doing anything on Google Earth right now. I actually came across a article, and it was put out by Forbes, where it states that Biden's promising no more new drilling, just days after demanding more drilling. Says just a day after not exactly apologizing to West Virginia Senator Joe Manchin for promising a San Diego audience to replace coal-firing power plants with wind farms, President Joe Biden turned to promising a New York audience to shut down drilling for oil instead. Stumping for embattled New York Governor Kathy Hochul at Sarah Lawrence College in Yonkers Sunday, the president responded to a shouted question from the audience member about his long-standing promises to shut down fracking and new drilling on federal lands and waters by saying, "No more drilling. There is no more drilling. I haven't formed any new drilling." When the questioner persisted by pointing out there has been new drilling in federal lands and waters in Alaska and the Gulf of Mexico during his presidency, Biden said, "That was before I was president. We're trying to work on that to get that done." While any U.S. president can be excused for not knowing every detail of what is happening in his or her administration, neither response was in fact accurate. The Biden administration has not just approved more drilling for oil and gas on federal lands and waters, it has boasted about how many new permits it has issued for such operations whenever the moment was convenient for its purposes, including a recent claim it has issued 9,000 new drilling permits during its 22 months in office. But the president's response to these questions while not accurate, do portray his mindset on the matter, which he has expressed repeatedly from the beginning of his presidential campaign in mid-2019. Simply put, the regulatory and legislative agenda of the Biden administration has pushed to restrict and, where possible, eliminate drilling for oil and natural gas in the United States. But Biden is not above slamming oil companies for not drilling enough wells whenever the moment moves him, either. Just days ago, on October 31st, the president accused big oil companies of wartime profiteering and threatening to impose a new windfall profits tax on them if they do not increase their pace of drilling new wells. That harangue came within a few days of the Energy Secretary Jennifer Granholm reaching out to refining companies with what were described as cordial phone calls promising to work collaborative with them to find ways to increase their output of diesel fuel. If executives at these companies sometimes appear to be suffering from a case of whiplash, it should come as no surprise. In his Saturday statement chastising Biden for his attack on the coal industry, Senator Manchin complained, "Comments like these are the reason the American people are losing trust in President Biden. It seems his position changes daily, depending on the audience and politics of the day." Who knew the president would make Manchin's point for him just a day later in his latest attack on the domestic oil industry? If the constant confusion and upset caused by this rudderless administration weren't so damaging to U.S. consumers and the country's energy security, it would be all amusing. So let's see something. I want to look up something real quick. And I think I have my volume all the way up, so let me make sure I do. Okay, I do. And I'm going to close some windows that I have open. So, okay. Sorry, guys. Okay. Yeah, I'm watching a movie. Okay, we're going to look up fracking in the United States. I've done this before. Okay, so we can look here and see all the areas that are being fracked here in the United States. That's a big majority. This one here shows fracking across the United States. You can see the smaller yellow ones. Okay, let's pull this one up. Okay, new project maps out folly of local fracking bans, and this is energy in depth. This shows a map statewide fracking bans, and you can see just these areas here that are in pink are statewide fracking bans. These ones here are proposed statewide fracking bans. So this is these areas here in the orange. Federal lands, fracking heavily restricted. These are the yellow ones, which is they're restricted. State laws hostile towards fracking. And this is the green ones, which are these. Local efforts to restrict fracking preempted by state statute or state court decision. Those are the blue ones. And local restrictions and bans are the tan ones. So that doesn't really help me as much as I wanted it to. So I'm going to look for a different map here. This is oil and gas activity in the United States, and this is a fracketeer. Okay, so let's see here. These are threat maps. Now, you can see these are all areas. Threat map. Anyway, if you want to look these up, you can look these up online. I just go through and try to find things. This is a population in U.S. near active drilling activity. Let's give it a minute to load. If it loads. My computer's been all wonky lately. I'm not going to say they don't want you to see it, but it looks like it doesn't want to be seen. But anyway, you can see here by looking at it, the yellow. You can download the map data too. This one here is the 2015 gas and oil industry, and it says there are 1.7 million active oil and gas wells in the United States. That's a lot of gas wells in the United States. This map includes both conventional and unconventional, e.g. fracking wells. And this one here is oil and gas activity. There are over 1.1 million active oil and gas wells in the United States. And this one was 2014. This one's 2016. This one's 2017. I don't see one for 2021 or 2022. Let me see. Let's do it this way. Well, here's another one. You can see those were still the same. You can also pull up Frac Tracker state maps. So you can see on this, these are the state maps. And then you can click the state maps. And that's Frac Tracker. So it shows you all the different ones, and then you can select the state. So let's see what North Carolina has. North Carolina has none. So we'll pick Tennessee. Let's go to Tennessee. Now, if we look at Tennessee, clicks over to Urges Viewer. The pink area is all of the wells. Okay? So looking at the wells on here, you can see all the wells for Tennessee. That's a lot of them. Can't pull it back up. Yep, I just did. Okay, so that's Tennessee. So that's from the map that we were just looking at. Anyway, you can go to Frack Tracker to look these up. Anywho, just thought I would bring up that little article. I hope y'all are doing well today. I hope y'all are having a great afternoon. Much love to all of y'all, and have a great day.